G'day, I'm John Ford for Caravan World, and we've got a review with a bit of a difference. We'll be travelling with 3 identical urban caravans with 3 families all the way across South Australia and Western Australia for a look at how they enjoy the caravanning lifestyle and the sorts of things that they've encountered along the way with the van. Sounds like the boys are getting ready. Let's go and meet them.
Hi, we've got 3 urban vans.
And we've got 3 families. And we're travelling Australia.
Let's go!
G'day, we're the Andrews family and this is our Urban X-Terrain.
How you going? We're the Roberts family and this is our white Urban X-Terrain.
Hi, we're the Gribbles. We're travelling Australia 2022 in the Urban X-Terrain Caravan.
We all grew up together, went to school together, and we've been talking about doing a trip around Australia for years now, and we finally all put our heads together and said let's go, let's hit the road, and we all put renters in our houses and went out and had a look at these urban caravans, and all purchased an urban caravan each. So there's 3 of us on the road now, and it's great. Really worked out well.
You enjoying it?
Loving it.
So Dave, the buying process, what sort of things did you think about?
We were looking for something strong, something with a decent payload, and just had enough power to at least sort of keep us off grid with a little bit of sun for as long as possible, really, with a bit of water and not too over the top with everything.
So in terms of towing this van, it's probably pretty heavy, probably close to 3.5 tonne by the time you get on the road. How does it tow?
The tow's really good considering the size of it. I've never towed something as big as this before, but I've got to handle it really quickly and easily, I think.
What would you say that you might change now that you've been on the road for a while?
So there was a few little minor things, I guess, shelving in the cupboards up here so I could put other things. Definitely would have got a 3rd water tank. Probably would have got an oven, because I find we've got a lot of storage anyway under the chairs and under the bed, so we could store stuff if need to.
I like that use of space up the back. You've got those storage boxes. They fit in there really well, don't they?
Yeah, they fit perfectly, and it's much easier to get the clothes out.
I noticed that you got the fridges secured there now. Is that an issue?
Well, it was. So I think on an off-road van, maybe there should be a better door fixing.
Or straps.
Like whether the Dometic company come to the party and say, well, this goes in our off-road vans, they have double clips top and bottom.
Jade, what are the things that you really like about the van?
Well, obviously it looks nice as well, but it's all over pretty good quality. Like, we've had little minor teething issues, but although, like, if I had the choice again, I would buy another Urban. And
the only problems we've had
minor
were
teething.
little things that we can solve. But the van's good, very happy with it and would recommend it. And the company itself's been really good.
And they're built in Australia.
Yeah, a lot of people have come through and had a look through, and so
we probably sold about 10 on our trip, I reckon.
A lot of people that are and ahhing, and then they've looked at all 3, and that's probably put them over the line, I think.
So what were the things that you were looking for in a van?
Enough room for the kids, obviously bunk, lithium batteries, off-road, light, like I think it's 750 kilo payload. That's pretty good for standard. What about yourself?
I was obviously more about the look of it, which I do love the look of the Urbans. I was very happy with that.
What changes have you made to your lifestyle?
Heaps. Homeschooling.
Homeschooling definitely
big.
has been a challenge, but yeah, just being together all the time. Tom used to work sort of 12 to 14 hour days, and we didn't really see much of him when he was at work. So yeah, I think for us that's been the biggest change, just being together.
And how have the kids settled into life on the road?
Good now. It was hard at first. Probably the first, I'd say, month and a half, 2 months.
2 months,
was pretty hard. No, they've been great. They've been playing really well. They love playing outside, which is good.
Just talk to me a bit about driving. You hadn't really had a lot of experience towing a caravan prior to your trip on the road?
No, we had a camper trailer before this, which was probably 2.5 tonne when we were fully loaded. With the van, it was very daunting when we first picked it up, considering like how big it was behind you.
But it felt massive.
Yeah, I believe it handles better than the camper trailer.
Yeah.
Like physically, you don't feel it as much. The brakes are better.
Less
It doesn't
sway,
push you.
definitely.
Yeah, less sway. It doesn't push you as much.
So you're towing it with a 100 series. What sort of speed on the open road do you reckon you do?
On the open road, we're sitting at about 95, 100. 100's pushing it, but we're happy with 95.
We did find that the times we were going a bit faster, the fuel consumption was
Massively.
significantly higher.
Tell me a bit about your travel.
So we went from Sydney, or Blue Mountains, and we've been all the way down to the bottom of Victoria, coming across and done pretty much all the coastline of South Australia, up to Uluru, Coober Pedy, Unandatta Track. Unandatta Track, we ran into a bit of drama with the dust suppression. That's probably our main fault that we've had. We got that resolved. We spoke to Steve and he resolved that within a week. We had it back in getting fixed and that was awesome.
What's been your favourite place so far, Tom?
I think Uluru is just outstanding.
Uluru was beautiful. It was so hot, but it just had such a beautiful spiritual feel there, which I loved. Closely followed by Lucky Bay, east of Esperance. That was really beautiful. White sand, turquoise water, which I loved.
And what advice would you give to a family thinking about hitting the road in a caravan?
Oh, just do it. Yeah, there's so many things that could hold you back, but amazing so far.
Yeah.
And yeah,
You got to do it.
Never get this family time back with your kids when they're little, and yeah, it's just been great so far.
And buy the best van you can afford.
Yeah,
I really do think so. And spending time on the van, it makes life a lot easier.
Yeah.
What is it that you like about the van?
The safety, the look of the van, it looks good. It looks modern, it looks sharp. And the internal it's modern. It's one of the best ones that I've seen. Everything is built really well, lots of storage. You had great options and great choices of any of the extras you want to put in. It was easy to change the look of just the leather. Some of the leather things we had, I didn't want the diamond. Being younger, I didn't want the diamond cuts in the leather. I've got kids, I couldn't think of anything worse with all the crumbs going in. So being able to change quite a few things with the team works smooth.
So the things that you liked about the van when you looked at it?
Yeah, look, let's start with the outside. The look of the van, the off-road durability, the chunkiness of it, the toolboxes out the front there, I thought that was a great idea. The gas bottles are all hidden and protected. You've got the stone guard. These things are built to go off-road, and you can tell by just looking at them. You can see they've put the work into them. They're high up off the ground. Great van to go off-road, and we've taken it off-road. We've really given it a good run, a good test, and it just travels really, really well. It holds so well on the road, you know, like you can move a little bit on the road and you can just feel it adjusting itself to correct itself and stay behind you. There's nothing that I can fault when you're towing these things. It's just, it's A1. So yeah, we haven't had any issues with it on the road or off the road towing wise. And I love the suspension on it. It just travels really well. It's a very smooth ride. Loving it, and we're so fortunate to be able to travel with friends of ours that we've grown up our whole lives with together and do a trip like travelling around Australia all together. So